Hello Year 3, welcome back. Hope you had a lovely break. We'll carry on today with our comprehension work and reading the next chapter of the book, The Treehouse. This is only going to be a short video because we're doing very well at working independently and getting started on our comprehension work. But a couple of reminders. Let's keep making sure we remember to punctuate our writing. There are still times when we are forgetting capital letters for names of days, or the names of characters in the story. So do check our use of capital letters in particular. And make sure we are still writing our answers in full sentences. We've got very, very good at this. And I can see lots of people now really trying to use those words in the question to help begin their answer. And it will help to make sure you are answering the question being asked, which is so important. An extra challenge on this sheet today, I've actually written at the bottom, can you write 2 of your own questions and answer them? So go back through chapter 6, obviously answer the questions that I've written on the sheet, and then see if you can write 2 of your own questions about something from that chapter. That might just be picking out a fact from the chapter, or it could be talking about how a character is feeling at a certain time. But an extra challenge for you. I will be available on Google Meet. Again, we're using Google Meet more and more, and it is a really useful tool. Whether you want to check work with me or go through questions together, please do keep using Google Meet and look out for that link. I'll post it during the lesson into the Edmodo post where you found this video. If you'd like to start the comprehension activity, you can just begin straight away, but I'm going to read chapter 6 for people that would like to listen to the chapter and listen to me read the chapter. Chapter 6, Out in the Dark. Dear Sprague and William, said Dada's December letter. If you play till it's dark, you might need these to get back to the house again. Lots of love, Dada. P.S. I think I'll be home for Christmas. Keep your fingers crossed. Sprague pulled the paper off his parcel and gasped. A torch! So's mine, said William, and they've got 4 colours. Brilliant. He spun the front of his torch and it shone red, then yellow, then white, then green. Can I take it to school, Mum? Mum shook her head. It'll get broken. Leave it here and you can play with it when you get home. Sprague stared at his torch. Will it be dark then? Mum smiled. Almost. It was, but it was raining too. Sprague and Mum took the big black umbrella when they went to fetch William, but their coats were soggy before they got home. No playing outside this evening, Mum said. You'll have to have the torches in your bedroom. William looked sulky. It won't be so good. It'll have to do. I'll make some hot milk and then you can go upstairs. They shut their bedroom door and turned off the light, but the darkness wasn't exciting. It was too cosy. They could hear Mum making pastry in the kitchen, and when William shone his torch around, they saw cars and teddies. Knights wouldn't shine their torches at teddies, William said crossly. Did knights have torches? Said Sprague. Of course not, William snapped. But they had candles and lanterns and bonfires for sending signals. Sprague spun the head of his torch, watching the colours change. White, red, yellow, green. We could do signals. What? William wasn't listening. He was staring through the curtains at the chestnut tree. All the leaves had fallen off now, and the branches were bare and dark. We could do signals, Sprague said. You know, red for one thing, and green for another, and yes! William spun round, his eyes dancing in the torchlight. Let's do it! Now, the white light can mean... Oh, wait a minute. He turned on the main light and snatched up a piece of paper and a pencil. I'll do a list for us to learn. I might not be able to read all the words, said Sprague cautiously. I'll tell you. Oh, come on. William lay on the floor and wrote feverishly, saying the words out loud. White light means who's there. Red light means friend. Yellow light means help. Green light means all is well. Sprague repeated it all, struggling to remember. Suppose they get muddled. What if I do red first, then change to green? William thought. That ought to mean something different. I know. He bent over the paper and wrote again. Red, then green means come at once, something good. Sprague grinned. So we could do lots more if we mix all the colours up. Millions, said William happily. But let's practice these first. Go over there. Sprague stood with his back to the window, listening to the rain drumming off the glass. William turned off the light and climbed onto the top bunk. Me first, he said. He shone a white light at Sprog. White light means, who's there? Thought Sprog. But how did he answer? Green, yellow? He tried yellow. There was a snort from the top bunk. Don't be silly. That means help. You should have done red for friend. Red, of course. Sprog screwed his eyes, making himself remember. Let's try again. They went on practicing it until Mum knocked on the door. Are you two in there? It's Sprog's bedtime. William pulled a face. But we're doing something. Bedtime, said Mum. Look how dark it is outside. Sprog peeped through the curtains. It was very dark. Even the chestnut tree was hard to see now. But, it stopped raining, he said. William groaned longingly. Mum, couldn't we? No, said Mum. It's too late for Sprog to be out. Sprog peered into the darkness. He wasn't at all sure he wanted to be out there, even with his torch. He could imagine how a torch would look, flitting down the garden and up into the treehouse, if only. Can William go out? He said suddenly. On his own? It's not too late for him. William yelped with glee, but Mum looked at Sprog. Wouldn't you mind? No, if I can look through the window, you see, there's something special we could do. William understood at once. He grabbed his torch and looked pleadingly at Mum. Let me? Well, she hesitated. All right, just for a second while I finish off in the kitchen. William grinned and rattled down the stairs, and Mum went too. Sprog pressed his nose to the window, waiting for a signal. William's torch flickered down the garden and up the tree. Then it shone straight towards the window. White. White light means, who's there? This time, Sprog knew the answer. He shone red for friend. William's light changed to green. All is well. Sprog spun the front of his torch so that was green too and shone it back. Then he waited for the next signal. He was still waiting when Mum came into the room with a plate of warm mince pies. Do you want one of these before you clean your teeth? They're really for Christmas, but we ought to test them. Yum, said Sprog. He took a pie and looked out of the window. What about William? I'm going to call him in now, said Mum. Oh, said Sprog. He was disappointed. They'd only just started signalling properly, and now they'd have to stop. But it wouldn't be dark again for a whole day. Sadly, he bit into his mince pie as Mum went towards the door, and then he had a wonderful idea. Mum, you don't have to go. I can do it. He picked up his torch, switched it to red, and shone it through the window. Then he changed the colour and shone it again. Red, then green. Come at once, something good. It worked perfectly. William came running up the stairs before Sprog had finished his first mince pie. Dear Dada, William wrote while Sprog was in the bath. The torches are fantastic. White means who's there. Red means friend. Yellow means help. Green means all is well. And red, then green means come at once, something good. Love, William. When Sprog got out of the bath, he fetched his felt pens and coloured a red square and a green square on the bottom of the letter. Then he wrote, This is the signal about Christmas. Do it, please. Love, Sprog. We just have one final chapter to read next week as well. Well done, Year 3. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to come onto Google Meet to ask any questions or share any work, I'll be on Google Meet. Just look out for that link. Thank you.